will treat his parents-in-law just the way he treats his own parents, as advised by the noble messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But if you have an ignorant, uneducated husband, then he'll think that there's no responsibility on his behalf to his in-laws. I'll give you an example. Even myself, I'm the eldest son-in-law to my parents-in-law, and it's unbelievable how many things you have to do when you're the eldest son-in-law and you have young brothers and sisters-in-law. But it's a responsibility that comes along in culture and tradition, and you have to uphold and respect that. Can't turn around and say to the wife, well, I'm not going to do that because Islam doesn't say that. No. You come to a mutual, responsible understanding, an adult approach, and you do that. So inshallah, this question won't be asked if you have a good, pious husband. But the answer to the point is that if you would listen to more, you should, as I say, fulfill the rights of your parents, but you should also, and more importantly so, listen to the husband. Number 2. Does the husband have any responsibilities towards his in-laws? What is reasonable basic responsibility to his in-laws? As I mentioned, the husband has the same responsibilities towards his in-laws as he would have towards his own parents. Islamically speaking, there is no responsibility. Just the way the wife has no responsibility towards her in-laws, he has no responsibilities towards his in-laws, Islamically speaking. But, as I mentioned before, and I say this again, it is very, very important. As I said, the laws of the books, the guidance can be there. It's about common ground and mutual understanding. He should, as the Prophet has advised us, that the husband should treat the mother-in-law and the father-in-law exactly the same way he would treat his own mother and his own father. He should treat his sisters-in-law and brothers-in-law exactly the same way he would treat his own sisters-in-law, own sisters and brothers. The only restriction Islam puts that he must observe hijab from his sisters-in-law. Why? Because if the wife suddenly dies, or if he divorces his wife, he's allowed to marry one of her sisters. That's why the laws of Sharia are on hijab is that there should be strict hijab between the husband's sisters and the wife, and the other way around as well. The wife should put strict laws and strict hijab with the brothers-in-laws. Where the Prophet said, "Al-hammul maut," that the brother-in-law for the wife is like death. That's why a woman should never be home alone with her husband's brothers. Never. It's haram. Because why was the Quran, what does the Prophet say? They're like death upon the sister-in-law. And the reason, but imagine, it happens, even in Muslim families. Imagine the brother-in-law is having a relationship with, imagine the brother is having a relationship with the big brother's wife. It destroys, it creates two brothers to kill each other, rips families apart. There's massive problems. That's what the Prophet ﷺ has truly said, that the brother-in-law to the wife is like death. So yes, our final answer to that is that they should have the similar responsibilities as they would have towards their own parents. Number 3. When a restaurant or food supplier is not certified by a well-known butcher, for example HMC, but has a halal certificate, how do we go about researching as whether it is halal? What steps do you take? Now, my advice is, if it's possible, stick with HMC. If you look into the conditions set by HMC in relation to the others, like HFC and others, and somebody actually commented the other day on one of the videos of Imaam, right? If they see this video, this is the response. Is that my advice is that you stick with HMC. It is the best, it is least doubtful, and so on. But can you say that the other organizations haram? No, you can't. And this is the thing. You can't turn around and say HFC or other halal monitoring organizations are haram. You can never say that. You can't even say they're doubtful if they have their procedures in place. But if you put other organizations in comparison to HMC, you will find that HMC's laws are more strict, more stringent, and if you look into their website, you will see it's very, very strict. But a lot of the restaurants now you can find HMC. But if you go to a shop which says halal, then if you feel content to eat from there, just by looking at the halal logo isn't enough. You should ask. First of all, if the brother and sister look practicing, then you should say, alhamdulillah, just their testimony should be sufficient. I'll give you an example. A brother once said to me, I went to this shop. Now, with all respect to the brothers who don't have beards, but the brothers who have beards, the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, you can clearly determine that they are Muslim. You wear a hat, they have a beard, the libas of the Muslim, or this is a beard and a hat, you know that this people are Muslim. Or any indication of facial hair, you will know that this person is a Muslim. Of course, with the hat and so on. So anyway, these brothers went into the shop. I don't really mention here in Sunderland, on Hilton Road. And I'm not saying shop though. And they went to get some dal kebab and some food. So they said, Salaam alaikum, brother. He said, Wa alaikum as-salam, brother. He said, is the food halal? Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, the food is halal. Okay? Sorry, the food is halal. So the brothers, they said, mashallah, we went for the food and we ate. Only to find out later on that the person who served was a Hindu. He had a Ram Krishna and the Agarbatti wearing at the back. So he was a Hindu. So he saw, so what do you do in that situation? That's why, just because a person claims to be a Muslim is not sufficient. If a person is practicing, you with your own eyes can see, apparently they are practicing, then alhamdulillah, it's different. But still, if you say, well, we don't mind, can I see your food? Or where on the boxes where it says halal on there, and you should clearly say if it's been stunned or not, whatever. If a person is a Muslim, practicing Muslim, and is genuine, they won't feel any problem in their heart to show you the food, no problem. Even if it's a busy restaurant, they won't feel ashamed. But you'll find people who feel, I said it to him, you should take it for, no, that's enough, that should be enough, no. If a person says to you, brother, I've told you, I'm a Muslim, I'd say, no, the word of the Muslim is the truth, accept it? No. Because today's day and age, any Tom, Dick and Harry can become the Muslim. That's why it is your responsibility. If you look at a person, and you can physically look and say, mashallah, this brother mashallah has a beard, he's wearing a hat, or the sister wearing a hijab, and I'm quite content. Or you know that person, he's a practicing brother or sister. That's a different case altogether. But if you don't know the person, say, brother, can I please see the box? I do this. I'll be straight with you. But the other day I went into one of the shops, and I said, brother, I said, can I have a look at the food? Alhamdulillah. I said, no problem. He took out the food.